Right, even though I'm halfway through the walk, this is at the beginning, just to confuse you, because it confused the hell out of me. Anyway, there has been a change of plan to walk, because I've not been out for a properly hill walking for a month, any sort of hill walking. So I've changed the route, so excuse or ignore the Cromford Canal bit at the start, but I'll put the proper route up and then later in the video I'll explain again. Anyway, good morning. Video. How are we? Hope you're all well. So currently in Amber Valley. Then I've just come out of Belper. Beautiful town, but it's too busy. It's one of the few high streets in the country, in the towns, that actually have a really busy high street. So I've just come up off where the Sixes goes, actually up the hill up to Mount Pleasant, come off up back track, some very nice houses, and yeah, not bad views at all, are they? Anyway, today's route, let's have a look at it, shall we?
We climb up out of Belper and head to Mount Pleasant. We then head off down the hill through the Silly Cows and over Dally Lane. Then it is back up the hill onto the back lanes. As we got through the back lanes, the views start to open up. With jaw-dropping scenery, we start to climb up towards Alport Heights. It is then time for a quick break and to admire those stunning views over the Amber Valley area. And down a gallon of water. We then start to drop down into the pretty hamlet of Gorsley and into Wirksworth to finish today's walk.
Not bad little route, is it? Probably got a bit of a move on, to be honest with you, because there's massive roadworks in Duffield. So at the minute, a bit of a pain in the backside. So, but yeah, running an hour late, so we'll get a move on and we'll see how we get on. See you in a minute. Anyway, sorry to cut you short on the last bit. Yeah, the buses are all over. So the bus normally the Sixes, comes down here and up through and over the hills over that way. Where we're going, as you've probably seen by the map, is up this way and over. And then drop onto the stunning Cromford Canal. Now I don't know if I'm going through the woodland bit right near the end just before we get onto the main road before the canal, because if it's been raining the ground's a bit solid, but we might have to go on the back lane then on, but we'll see. But yeah, I've got my tripod with me today, so I can use that at Alport Heights and then probably on the canal actually as well, because if the colours are out for autumn colours, it is going to be absolutely belting. Like I say, you've seen a few of them out already, and you can see some of the trees coming out with the lights and everything else and all the colours coming out now. So, and it's very early autumn yet. So, we may get some decent shots today. I will also put a link into the tripod as well if you're looking for one, because this one's absolutely fantastic. I need one with a ball head and higher thing. My old Amazon Basics one did the job, but it just knackered basically. But this one, I think I paid about 50-60 for it. But it's everything that a £200 one would have. So we'll find the link again. I don't know what the price is now, but I'll put it in description below. So yeah, anyway, as I always say, let's crack on. A bit of a brute fell down, isn't it? Nice little shaded spot. And as we walk on, beautiful house down there, and that's where we're going. Let's take it down. Didn't realise it was this steep. Yeah, I remember I've been along this road before, because this one, because these were cottages, I think we've come out of there, out this way somewhere, and then we're coming up. But if I remember not to break my ankle, it's a road takes you towards Belper End, and then you can either, I think the road goes off, so I can't remember, it goes to Amber Gateway, and then there's a road that comes over the hill and then brings out on the corner opposite the old Chinese gardens. But yeah, not a bad place to live down here. No buses though, so I'd be stuffed. Let's go and see them. Mini Bobbos. How pretty are they? Let's take a slight dive. How was that for them cottages there? And with that view. Not bad, is it? And even better news, the main path's here. Just see a dark ridge coming up, and up we go. So let's go and knacker myself out again. Well, if you know the film Field of Dreams, I think the Field of Dreams farm has gone bankrupt. Never mind. Up there, and there's a road on top, and we'll turn right, do a bit of road walking, make a bit of time up. Belper. Belper Lane End, I think it is. And there is Ambergate, which means you'll have Belper there, you'll have Ripley over this way, Alforton and Chesterfield over that way, which basically means further distance is South Yorkshire. Anyway, we'll crack on. Ooh, bobbers. Baby bobbers. Bobbers, 1 bobber, 2 bobber, 3 bobber, 4 bobber, 5. Anyway, I'm out of breath. Right, let's crack onto this road. Turn right. Right, so we've just come across the most stupid stye when I smashed my camera into bloody bits. Anyway, so it's up this lane for a while, and then you'll come across, and then we'll go around the back, and there is Alport Heights. If we can zoom in, it's not the greatest zoom on here, but there, Alport Heights, and that's where we're going. So anyway, crack up on the lane. Not a bad view at all. Unknown village, but right in the distance over there, I think that's Ashbourne. I think, because you'll have Alport Heights over this way, Wirksworth over there, Carsington, and then it'll come round to Ashbourne. So I think that could be it. Don't hold me to it though. Anyway, so there's a lot of lane walking today, but there's a reason for this. Not just the moo cows, because I know a lot of them around here don't, it's not dairy farms as such, it's sheep farming. But let me turn the camera around and you'll see why I'm sticking to the lanes. How is that for a view? Right over to Ambergate, past and beyond. I don't know what's in the distance here, if that's probably Chesterfield. But then you'll have right in the far distance over here, where the line is at the back, that will be Nottinghamshire. So understand why some routes I do a lot of road walking. Well, back lane walking, not main road walking. Gone are my days of doing that. So yeah, it's turned out an absolutely corker of a day, and I'm very, very lucky today, because it said it was yesterday. It said it was going to be about 3 or 4 degrees. So I put my padded jacket, psychotic jacket, whatever you want to call it. One that goes down to -5, I think it is. But no need for it. I've just got my base layer on my t-shirt, and it's going to be about 19 degrees later. So beautiful day. Beautiful Derbyshire. So we're coming off this back lane thing, whatever. Still views over to Belper. But we're now coming onto this road, turn left, and we'll follow it all the way out, and then we'll cut across a bit up, and then we'll be at Alport. Probably, I don't know, another 40 minutes or so. When you get onto these lanes, don't take them for granted because they're quiet. Yes, you can hear a tractor if it's coming, but people have this tendency to use them as a speedway. It's the same with Sawley Lane near where I used to live in Breeston. It's only shortcut between Breeston and Sawley, really. Breeston Lane and Sawley Lane. And people do use it as a racetrack. And there's been quite a few people knocked over. I don't know anything about fatalities or anything, but they just use it as a racetrack because, well, it's the dumb fucks. There's no other way of putting it. They're just idiots. Anyway, on a happy note, we'll carry on. The sun is shining, so let's crack onto this lane and keep going. So we are nearly there. Well, nearly there. Just over halfway. Alport Heights, sorry. Alport Castles, nowhere near the high peaks. About 20 miles away, 23 miles away from there. Anyway, yeah, I'm just taking my time now because it's about midday, so we've got 6 hours, at least 6 hours worth of light, and it's nowhere near going to be that. It's going to be a couple of hours dropping down onto the canal, and it's flat, straight and easy then. So yeah, it's taking me time. If you're walking at a quicker pace, probably 15 minutes or so, 15-20 minutes. Me, 20-25 minutes, half hour. No rush today, just enjoying this weather, just being out. Anyway, crack on. Well, that's just made my day. Literally right in front of me. I didn't have the time. One up there. I think they look like peregrines, and if they were, that's just made my day. I didn't know they were around here. Thought kestrel at first, but I thought, but no, there's 2 or 3 of them been flying right in front of me, right just over the wall. Massive birds, and the fastest animal on earth. Anyway, we're nearly there. So the views open up again. Not bad at all. So we'll have whatever it's called, over this way somewhere, and then the bus will go along and cross up to Wirksworth. I am tempted to drop into Wirksworth and get a few photos there, because the Cromford Canal I've done a million times. I think I'll do that. So obviously on the beginning of this video you'll see the walk now. The Cromford one, I'll put up a link in the description below, so then you've got both of them, then you've got both choices. But yeah, oh, and another thing, I did a top 5 video, which I've been asked for years to do, actually, to be honest with you, but because it's a short video, YouTube doesn't push it on the algorithm thingy me bobbity bob. Top 5 in the White Peak district area that I'd go to. So I've done a quick video on that, so I'll put the link up now. But yeah, another 5 minutes will be at Alport, so I'll catch up with you there. Right, so, God, that lane is steep. Just before we get to Alport, because the entrance is just there, just want to show you this. So what we, excuse the heavy panting, what we've seen earlier on, all over here, Wirksworth is down here. Those windmills, turbines, whatever you want to call them, they, the High Peak Trail, which is across here, and just there, I think, where's my finger got there, that is Alport, not Alport Heights, Alport Rock, sorry. So yeah, so that means the other side of this hill, Carsington, you come out through villages, whatever, where I was on about earlier on, that is Ashbourne. Anyway, just detail popping over to get to the top. And there we are, the spires. So yeah, I don't know if these are communication towers or just for mobiles or what, but you can see these things from miles around. Absolute beast. Come up here on a windy day because it's so open. The next big hill is over there at Cromford Hill, because it's so open, it gets battered up here, really does. So if you like being in windy weather or stormy weather, up here's your best bet for this area anyway. Let's go and sit down and get some water. We are at Alport Heights. It well, it tells you different things. Sorry about the close up then. So we've got Rackliffe-on-Soar. So turn camera around so they see my double chin. So Rackliffe-on-Soar, which is over that way, which makes sense because the power station. Castle Donington over that way. Willington, which is South Derby that way. Drakelow, which is that way. Tuckby Castle that way. Ruisley that way. Longmynd, I don't know, not been there yet. That way, which is 63 miles, 52 miles of Wrecking, which is that way. Ashbourne, which is that way, which is already pointed over to earlier on. Weaver Hills, which is over here, which is 40 miles away. Thorpclad, which is Dovedale, I can't believe I forgot that, which is over that way, yep. Carsington Water, which is just over there, which we've said already. Wetton Hills is over this way. Then we've got Biggin Hill, Axe Edge over this way. I'm assuming on a clear day, well, it is a clear day, but I'm assuming you can see most of them. Anyway, sorry, I thought I killed a ladybug then. So yeah, I was forgetting my stuff now. I'm all over the place because I need to sit down. But yeah, you can see right South Derbyshire and literally the hills at the back over there, you can see a grey outline. That's Leicestershire going into Staffordshire, Northamptonshire, I think way. Yeah, you can see for miles around here. We'll try and get round. I don't know if you can get round the back of these. I want to get some shots because you can see Christ from over there. You can see, I think it's Chesterfield. I'm not too sure over that way. But yeah, I'm going to sit down and I'll catch up with you in a second. So, well, what's been going off? Excuse me a sec. It's the first time I've been out and I've not been injured. So, well, not the best camera angle I know, but there we go. Better than the dangle. So for the past week, last week I had my foot just ended up just above where the ankle is on this side on the right foot. That had bloated up. So I was going down to doctors, make an appointment, got in the same day. But by the time I got to doctors, my foot had just straight up. Couldn't walk. Well, it took me 10 minutes for a 2-minute walk. So yeah. Anyway, hobbled back. That turned out to be edema, but I'm on about 6 different tablets at the minute. But I suffer with vertigo. And they gave me some medication and it went away. Not an issue. But then it decided to start up again last week. And the doctor reckons that's why I was violently, well, sick basically. There's no other way of saying it. And I mean, I was bad. If you'd have seen it, you'd have called an ambulance. So yeah, then there was that. Then few weeks before, I've had bursitis on on the inside of my right knee, which is painful. So I couldn't do anything with that. Walked to the shop and back, and that was it. Just keep it moving. Then, then I've had the vertigo again. So it's just been one thing after another. And I need to get out more because of my blood pressure, and it seems daft. Hill walking, anything like that with your blood pressure, but it does help in the long run lower it. That's doctor's advice, and that's me from what I know anyway. So yeah, been an odd one this year. It's had its ups and downs. Then obviously I found out about a very good friend of mine has only got till early next year to live. I'm not going into details on naming anybody, obviously, because it's personal. So that sent me anxiety through the roof again. Then I've had this WhatsApp, one of those scam WhatsApp messages, which was, I'm not going into it, but it was nasty. And I mean, very nasty. And it got me to the point when I went to Edale, even though it was rained in on the tops, I couldn't really go up on high ground. I'd still managed to get out. But on the second night, that WhatsApp message was playing on my head and it just took over. And I had to come home the next day. I had to ring to see if it could pick me up the next day. I just couldn't do it. So that's why I've come out today. One, get my knees working and my legs moving. We're back at the gym next week because obviously I've had to take time off again. But this winter I am going for it. All right, I can't go up to the lakes or Scotland or Wales or anything, but I am going to be doing a lot more hiking over winter while I've got the time, because when I have to return back to normality, it's going to be a different game. So but yeah, and as mentioned earlier, I have done a top 5 video, which a few people have been asking for a long while. Top 5 favourite places in the Peak District. Well, I've done it in the White Peaks because the Dark Peak is a bit difficult because there's some of it I've not been to for years at the back, at the very northern edge. Ooh, movies. And so I've done that. Like I said, I've already linked the video, but I'll put it down in the description below. Yeah, but it doesn't look as though there's many views in it because YouTube doesn't like short videos unless it's YouTube Shorts itself. So, which is a bit silly really, because, you know, it's literally just 0.5 under a second off 5 minutes, but they want long form content. So that's what I'm going to be trying to do. Like I said, I've tried to include more, you know, tell you more about what's going off. So yeah, there's been a lot going off this year, but there's a lot to come. And I mean a lot. As for the tripod, I can't be asked to get it out. I really can't. I just left it in the bag and get some shots. So should have brought that in a bigger bag, to be honest with you. And I hope you did find that useful on the walk from Bakewell to Chesterfield, the one with the Beely, where we crossed over Beely Moor and down the back lanes and down the other unnamed moor. Yeah, I hope that found that useful with the link for the 4-class bag, because apparently they still do it, and it's worth it because it's a fantastic bag. But yeah, anyway, we'll see if we get round the other edge in a minute after I've had this second orange and drank another gallon of water. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right, if you can hear me properly because the wind's picked up. So, if I just zoom in, there is Middleton, and there is Middleton Quarry. So, Star Disc will be around this way here somewhere, and then you go up, and then obviously the High Peak Trail. There is Comfort Hill with the tower on, and we're heading to, nearish towards there. But we're going to follow the road down, where's my finger, down here, all the way across, back out this way, and follow the road down and back up the hill, more uphill, and finish in Wirksworth. Right, excuse me looking down, because I'm walking down this driveway, whatever, out the area, and it's like breaking your bloody ankles. I'll see if I cross it. Yeah, if I get a chance, depending what time the buses are running, if they're running on time, I will try and do a bit of walk around Wirksworth or something. But if not, I'll get some photos now, and you'll see them on Instagram anyway. So yeah, I'll catch up with you shortly. How pretty is this lane? Absolutely beautiful. Just literally just come down from Alport Heights. Obviously you can see to Middleton and everything over there. Got here just a couple of cottages either this side, all the archway, the trees there, the colours, everything. Especially with this sky as well now. Absolutely stunning. Childish, I know, but knob lane. Anyway, carry on. So you've got a brand new combine harvester, and I'll give you the key. She's got 20 acres and we got 33. Don't know why I just had to. So we're not far from coming back onto the main road into Wirksworth. I don't think I'm going to get time to do any filming. Plus all the brats are finishing up with school, so it would look a little bit iffy. Anyway, I can see Wirksworth down there, but we've got to go out to come back in, there's no path. So, hope you've enjoyed it. Nice to have a little catch up with you. And yeah, there'll be another one out on Sunday, all being well, because this will be out on Wednesday. Yeah, I've not planned anything yet. I've got a couple of things in, but we'll see. And then next week, hopefully back up in the high peaks, if the weather's okay. Yeah, it's nice to get back out and use my legs again. They're hurting because they've not been used properly for a month, but there you go. That's part and parcel. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and everything. I put the website address up again in the details below. So then I'll do the blog in a day or two, but I'll put that on my Instagram stories, which will also put a link down to below. So until next time, thanks for watching. Stay safe.